Welcome to the Morning Nerdy News. I'm your host, Gray Falcon. Got some gaming news, some Black Friday news, and some updates on performance from AMD's Radeon 6000 series graphics and AMD's Ryzen 9 processors. So we're going to go ahead and start off in gaming, and we have Watch Dogs Legion, Aiden Pierce, playable in main campaign and customizable. So over on IGN, they basically have a Reddit AMA that they're quoting from, and what happens is they talk about how Aiden is going to be in this game, and that they have to rewrite the story. So they wanted him to be available to be picked up by your team to go in and have him as one of those characters with their different special abilities and performance, but Aiden has canon lore built into him, and they were wondering what was going to happen with that. And it turns out that they are actually rewriting the entire campaign so that he is in it in order to give a solid foundation for him appearing throughout this game. So if you're playing this game and you are doing things with him that would be outside of his character, the main story, the actual cutscenes, are going to ensure we don't have to worry about canon being messed up because you want to play him the way you want to play him. And then in other gaming news, over on Xbox, we have Minecraft Dungeons news, Howling Peaks, and more. So they have this video here that shows off the new Howling Peaks DLC. This is a lot of mountainous, wooded terrain that you can play through, but they also talk about the new plus version of difficulty, and the game is going to get significantly harder. They show off video of playing through it where mobs are there constantly, talking about the mobs respawning potentially, increase in speed for how fast they move, and they mentioned the new armor that's coming out. Now, they didn't discuss anything about the new armor. They just said that the new armor will be coming out, and they think it's going to give a run for the money for some of the best gear that exists today. So we'll find out about that once that actually drops, but fun things going on with Minecraft and Minecraft Dungeons. You can scroll down, see a bunch of other stories and information on things related to actual Minecraft for Halloween, in addition to the Minecraft Dungeons. Continuing on, Sony is gradually rolling out new PlayStation Store ahead of the PS5 launch, includes digital PS5 game pre-order pages. This is over on Wccftech, and over on Reddit is where this is coming from. They have screenshots of PlayStation 5 Store. You can see the games shown here, and you can scroll through, and this is for Bug Snacks. So they tried to find Bug Snacks, and it did not exist in there, and just keeps on going through for the updates in the store for how things are looking. So not a whole lot of information, but it is giving us a taste of how this is actually going to look. This kind of looks like it's from the website in this particular case, just from the way that's laid out. Some of these don't all look in that same manner. And then Black Friday is coming up very shortly, and we already know that Walmart won't be open on Thanksgiving. I think that's a positive thing. It's going to be nice to see these stores close on Thursday, give that time to family, help prevent people from being out and about for a smaller period of time to help reduce spread of things. But they have released information in regards to what is going to be available. So we have a leak of their stuff, and over on Gamespot, they've done a good job of listing all this information. And they start off with Black Friday Round 1, where you can get a 65-inch ONN 4K Roku TV for just $228, or a 42-inch model, that HD model, that will only be $88. It doesn't say if these are 1080 or if they're 4K. My guess would be 1080p for these types of things. But pull up the ads, take a look, find out for yourself. I'm not going to go through all this because there is a lot of things in here, but it's gaming season, it's tech season, and this is when all the good deals are coming. So come look through here, get yourself a good deal on a new computer or TV or whatever else you need in order to complete your gaming setup. This is going to be the time to do it, so you can start preparing early. And GameStop has decided to close stores on Thanksgiving Day as well. So they're going to offer Black Friday deals early. So you'll kind of like most years where you're going to start to see some of those discounts rolling up to it. This isn't the first time we've seen something like this, but now they're going to push it a little bit harder. We might get a few extra deals. Now, it is suspected because we got Prime Day so late in the year that sales are not going to be as high on Black Friday. I don't know that that's actually going to be true because, let's be honest, Prime Day is not exactly known for its best products being up and available. Get some deals on Amazon things, but you don't really get deals on high-end TVs or computers or other things that a lot of consumers want to go out and purchase on Black Friday. You're not getting those same video game deals. Now, we did get some good video game deals during Prime Day simply because other people were trying to compete, and that bled over into Prime. But for the most part, you're going to see better deals during this for video games and other products. So keep that in mind. We're probably going to have a very, very busy Friday after Thanksgiving. And we don't know what time all these stores are going to open. But for instance, I wouldn't be surprised if we have midnight, 2 a.m. again. And if you've ever done one of those, I did it years ago, back for the PlayStation 3. It was on sale for like $250 on Black Friday, and I went out to grab one for my brother so he could play with me. And I stood in that line for ages. And that was back when you could stand toe-to-toe with a person and, spend an hour in line just like that. I have no clue how they're going to handle that this year. So perhaps do some of your Black Friday sales online. A lot of these will probably go live on Thursday online, so you don't have to bother with the store if you can grab it on there. Hopefully stores are putting more emphasis on that this year as well. But who knows, with all the bot problems that we had and with the NVIDIA 3080 and PlayStation and Xbox, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these stores do want to push some of that product into the store to help alleviate some of the grumpiness that people had over not being able to get limited deals. But who knows? We'll see. And then we're going to go over into the AMD news. An AMD Radeon RX 6000 Big Navi GPU power numbers detailed. Navi 21XT up to 320 watt TBP. Now, this is the important difference because the last leaks that came out were listed as TGP. But for AMD, the power listing is a little bit different. It's total board power. And what happened here is before they were only taking into account part of the electronics that are on the actual graphics card, the graphics chip, and I believe it was the memory. So they didn't have the total power that was being drawn by the entire card. And in this particular leak, they are saying that the actual total power being used is higher than what was listed before. So expect up to 320 watts for the standard card before overclocking. Now, in comparison, the 3080 on some of its cards for overclocking are going up to 450 watts, so significantly more than this. Now, that doesn't mean that we won't see a 450 watt AMD card in order to get that overclocking potential, but keep in mind that power isn't everything for overclocking. You also have to be able to keep that card cool, so that's going to make a big difference in these types of things as well. But still lower overall than the 3080 is, but that doesn't mean that we're going to that it's going to get outperformed once overclocking comes in, depending upon how the cooling works on these. But we already expect this to be a little under the 3080 just based off of the previous slides that have been presented in comparison. Now, we have other AMD news. AMD Ryzen 9 5950X and Ryzen 9 5900X Zen 3 CPU benchmarks leak out. So they get the 16 core, so the 5950X at just over 5 gigahertz. So someone who is able to overclock that. Now the base boost clock speed is 4.9, so it's not surprising that with overclocking that this can get up over 5 gigahertz. But the 5900X is able to, it falls just shy of that. It's at 4.95 gigahertz. So you can see that right here in this test benchmark that popped up. A little more tweaking and you might be able to get that one up and over 5 gigahertz as well. This is the information here where they hit the 5 gigahertz. They say the max was 5.01 gigahertz with a maximum reported clock speed of only 4.983 gigahertz in the multi-threaded test. So really close on multi-threaded as well. Hitting nearly 5 gigahertz on all clocks would be super impressive. We'll have to wait a little bit longer here till we know for sure. November 5th for those. So we're only a couple of weeks away till the actual chips get released. We're only about a week away from the announcements for the new graphics cards till we learn more about those. And hopefully shortly thereafter, we'll start to get the third-party true reviews put up on YouTube and over on PC Magazine and other locations in order to get a true idea of what these look like. But so far, the information that's being put out there is very impressive, and I am looking forward to it. Well, that's going to be it for today. I will be on doing some more Destiny later on today, so tune in later on to check that out. Remember, if you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you click the follow button, get updates when I go live. And if you're over on YouTube, click the subscribe button. Maybe hit that bell, find out when these are going up and when everything's going to be playing. And follow me on Twitter as The Gray Falcon. Until next time, have a good one.